Something from Batman's past is coming back to haunt the Robins, and Batman isn't there to help them. Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I bring you trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then I read a dramatic back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. This takes place before Bruce Wayne returned as Batman, during the period in which Jim Gordon was robotic Batman. It's a very long-running series that happened during the whole event, bringing the Bat family to the forefront. Let's begin. It all began a long time ago after Grayson had just become Robin, and he was on one of his first missions with Batman, the good old days, before Dick Grayson was a spy for Spiral, racing up the side of a building chasing his target. The man he was chasing started to comment on how he was getting away, and Grayson told him that he called in for backup. Because when you're in Gotham, you always have the family. Jason Todd, a former Robin killed by the Joker who then returned as the Red Hood, opens fire with non-lethal rounds on the man, warning Grayson to be careful of breaking the windows. The new Batman is kind of a jerk. The guy they are chasing begins dodging all of the bullets that Jason is firing, and then a window blows out, revealing Tim Drake. He was never a Robin, but he took the name Red Robin because he was always the smartest in the group, and he worked with Batman in more of a partner role instead of a sidekick role. The guy they are chasing looks confused at Tim, and that's when Jason and Grayson get into the building behind him and knock him out. Grayson thanks his brothers for their help, and then he borrows a grappling line because it's the only way to get around in Gotham, and it's time to get back to his super secret spy stuff. Meanwhile, across Gotham in the Narrows, that jerk robot Batman lifted up a dumpster to find Harper Row. She's now going by the name Bluebird and decided to join the Bat family during a recent incident. Robot Batman is actually Jim Gordon. He took up the mantle while the real Batman was missing. In truth, the real Batman has amnesia from a battle with the Joker and is in town as Bruce Wayne only. Jim tells Harper that she's coming with him. He's going to impound her costume and weapons and then let her go. And she calls him a fake Batman and tells him that she knows the real Batman. Then she locks down his computer systems and using her own grappling line, she leaves. Grayson moves over to his next mission at a local museum, and it reminds him of the last time that he was here. A battle with Dr. Crane, who also goes by the name of Scarecrow. It all happened way back when Dick first started with Batman. Dr. Crane had used his fear toxins to gain control of his class and turn them against Batman and Robin. That's when a fight broke out here in this museum. But he's brought out of memory lane by a child walking up behind him and informing him it did start here, and that's why she thought it would be a perfect place to kill you. Grayson calls up his partner Poppy, confused, but he finds that they are blocking his comms. The children continue. Nobody to call, nobody to help, no big bad Batman to come save the day. They all pull guns on him and Grayson vaults into the sky dodging the shots. He then makes a break for the exit, but the children don't give chase. They don't have to worry. Orphan is en route. Realizing that he's boxed in, Grayson sees no other option and he jumps out the window sprinting for the van where his partner is. As he gets to it though, things take a turn for the worst, as Poppy pulls a gun on him. I'm sorry Dick, there's no other way. Mother says hello. Grayson grabs a motorcycle and he drives off with her shooting at him. But as he's speeding away, a woman grapples off of a bridge and kicks him off of his motorcycle. Grayson looks up stunned. Who are you? In front of him is a girl in a black outfit with yellow trimmings. Grayson gets up charging at her, but she instantly pinpoints multiple points to hit him and tags them all, dropping him. Grayson can see her form and he knows that she's holding back from being lethal. But why? She then stands over him and utters a single word: Mother. Then she throws him a flash drive and she leaves. While he begins to head back to the Batcave, Harper Row gets a knock at her door. She opens it to find Orphan standing there, informing her that she is the key to everything and she needs to die. Back in the cave, Dick puts the flash drive in and he sees a list with names on it: Richard Grayson, Jason Todd, Timothy Drake, Harper Row, and Cassandra Cain, along with a bunch of others. Then a pre-recorded message from Batman begins to play. Dick, this is my confession. I'm not the man that you think I am. I have failed you. I spent so long hoping you would never find out what I did all of those years ago. It happened in the summer that we spent chasing Crane around the world. You mustn't underestimate Mother. She has agents all around the world. Stay alive, and please forgive me, Dick. Bruce, what did you do? Several years ago in Cairo, Egypt, Bruce stood over two individuals killed by a gun, holding the smoking gun, and informing Mother it all went according to plan. Over in Harper's apartment in the modern day, she is laid out, beaten and bloody when Cassandra Cain comes flying through the window, kicking Orphan in the back and punching him across the face. They begin battling back and forth and Grayson parks his motorcycle beneath the window. He was following the name Harper Row to her house, and that's when he sees the fight happening above. He begins to vault up the side of the building to join in, and a girl named Stephanie Brown happens to be walking by and sees him go into action. Kiss me, sexy Batman. But Stephanie isn't just a looky-loo. She's spoiler, and she thinks it's time to suit up. Cassandra continues going back and forth with Orphan, and Harper reaches for her stun gun, hitting Orphan with it full blast. As he begins falling to the streets down below, Grayson catches him, but he spins around, kicking Grayson in the face, and then he makes a break for it. Cassandra runs past Grayson, and he tells her, I get it. You go get him, and I'll get the injured girl. He runs inside to find Harper, and sees a mask and gun nearby. Wait, you're a superhero too? How many costume teens are running around Gotham these days? At that moment, Spoiler kicks the door in, telling Grayson to get away from her friend. He eyeballs her. Are they giving away costumes and cereal boxes now? Stephanie recognizes Grayson right away. You are sexy Batman! You're Dick Grayson, Nightwing, the guy that the evil Justice League killed! Grayson begins bandaging up Harper. But back at the first Scarecrow fight all those years ago, Batman and Robin followed Scarecrow to an actual cornfield. Thinking that they were gonna get a drop on him, they started to approach him. But that's when he got the drop on them, spraying them both with fear gas. Robin fell into a nightmare where all of Batman's villains captured him, and he failed Batman. Batman had to let the Scarecrow go to save Robin, and he tried to snap Robin out of it as he was saying, "I'm not good enough for you, not good enough for Batman." Back in the present day, Red Robin comes in the window when Grayson finishes bandaging up Harper. Red Robin explains that he was monitoring Harper and Stephanie because you never know what kind of trouble these two get into. Dick explains what he knows about the list and how everyone on it is a target, so they decide to call up Jason Todd to warn him, and he informs them that he's kind of aware since she's kind of there right now. He pulls a gun on Cassandra Cain, and she spies all of his weak points before kicking him into a jukebox behind him. He snaps a CD, commenting how he's so out of touch of music because he didn't even know Cheap Trick came out with a CD, and he gets up pulling out cyber armor blades. Cassandra dodges them over and over until Grayson shows up and slams Jason's arm into the bar. Grayson tells Jason that it's all a misunderstanding. She is here to protect him from the actual assassin, so the whole crew goes back to the Batcave to bandage Harper up properly. There, Grayson shows everyone the list and the message from Batman, revealing that he doesn't know anything. Harper is excited that she finally got to the Batcave, though Stephanie agrees that this isn't exactly the situation in which they wanted to come here. After realizing that they've got nothing, Helena, the current head of the Spiral organization that Grayson is working for, contacts him to let him know that they had no idea that Pompey had turned, and they give him all of the information that they have on Mother, which isn't much. But at least they figured out that Mother is a human trafficker with the ability to make designer human assassins. Grayson asks who would want those, and Jason gives him the golden answer. Maybe someone who could use a loyal child soldier, or 3, and they all realize how Batman may have gotten involved in this, and it may not have been for the best intentions. Several years ago, Batman drove back to the Batcave with Robin suffering from the fear toxins. It takes a minute, but he finally snaps Robin out of it, and he asks him what he saw. Robin explains that he felt like he wasn't good enough for Batman, and he asks Batman what he saw when he was gassed, and Batman informed him he saw nothing. Back in the present day, Helena gives Dick one more piece of information on Poppy before she broke their trackers. She's currently at Beacon Tower, where a gala is going on and Bruce Wayne is in attendance. All of the Robins know that Bruce is alive, but the problem is, Bruce has no idea that he's Batman and therefore has no training in being Batman. He can't defend himself. Grayson, without even thinking, hops on a motorcycle and drives off. At the gala, Bruce Wayne steps into the back room and everyone in there welcomes him, pulling out weapons, telling him, Mother says hello. Confused, he asks, who? As they come in to hit him, Grayson jumps in, pushing Bruce to the ground. Bruce asks him, who are these people? And Grayson tells him, passionate food inspectors. Really? No, not really. Grayson then gets to work non-lethally dropping as many of these people as he can, while Red Robin begins running ops from the Bat computer. Knives and blades go over Grayson's head over and over, and that's when the Robin Gang shows up. These are a series of kids from the comics We Are Robin, taking up the name Robin to keep the street-level thugs down. Red Robin tells Grayson that they are friendlies, don't worry, and while they keep the would-be assassins busy, Grayson grabs Bruce and he makes a break for it. But there are still too many would-be assassins, so Batgirl jumps in to help everyone out. With a giant team effort, they manage to drop each and every one of the would-be assassins. Grayson thanks Duke from the Robin Gang and he informs him, I was the first to wear the R, and you wear it well. Back in the Batcave, Cassandra begins exploring the Batcave and Harper catches her telling her that we should stay put, but without saying a word, Cassandra motions for Harper to come with her. They need to see something, and Stephanie gets irritated that everyone just left her alone in the Batcave. During all of this, Grayson says his goodbyes to Bruce Wayne and he calls up Red Robin and Jason back at the base. The names they had from the gala, they weren't targets, they were the assassins. Sleeper agents placed all over Gotham, and they have no idea who they can trust. Red Robin can't understand it. How did these assassins get past all of the security checks? And Grayson wants to know how they get past Tim. All of the security checks are in place, and when they fail, there's Tim. And Bruce almost died tonight because Tim failed. But that's when Grayson's biggest concern comes up. If those names weren't targets, then what are they? Because their names, all of the Robins are on that list too. And to try and figure out why Tim would almost get Bruce killed, Grayson arrives at the Drake household. Stephanie then walks over to tell Jason and Tim that Harper and Cassandra are wandering somewhere in the cave, and Jason gets into an argument about how could she let them go. But while they're arguing, Tim walks into a corner of the cave to answer a secret phone. Yes, Mother? Welcome to Batman and Robin Eternal. I can't wait to bring you the rest of this story, and we'll be doing it weekly until we complete the whole entire arc. Just like the original Batman Eternal, I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Comicstorian and Instagram at Comicstorian, and I'll see you guys next time right here.